5 students, welcome once again in our Math 5 class, and this is Miss Claire. Let's continue our lessons for Chapter 6, Factors, Multiples, and Square Numbers. In this video, you will learn two lessons. Lesson 3, Divisibility Rules, and Lesson 4, Square Numbers. The objectives of these lessons are to apply tests of divisibility by 2, 5, 10, and 100, and also to recognize square numbers. Okay, B5, are you ready? Come on, let's start. Let's start with Lesson 3, Divisibility Rules. Okay, what it means by divisible? Divisible means the ability or the capacity of a number that can be divided evenly without a remainder. Okay, let's start with numbers that are divisible by 2. So how would we know if a number is divisible by 2? I have here some examples. I have number 14. If we divide 14 by 2, it will give us 7. It has no remainder, right? How about 22? Divided by 2, it will give us 11. We have 88. If we divide it by 2, it will give us 44. And also, if we have 100, if we divide it by 2, it will give us 50. Okay, what have you observed on our numbers? All of them are even numbers. So, a number is divisible by 2 if they are even number. What are even numbers? Even numbers are numbers that have 4, 2, 8, 0, and also 6 on their ones place. So again, numbers are divisible by 2 if they are even numbers. Let's go to numbers that are divisible by 5. So how would we know if this number is divisible by 5? Let's have 10. If we divide 10 by 5, it will give us 2. How about 25? If we divide it by 5, it will give us 5. How about 45? Yes, it gives us 9. How about 60? If we divide 60 by 5, it will give us 12. So look at these numbers. Look at the digits on the ones place. It has only 0 and 5. So children, a number is divisible by 5 if it ends with 0 or 5. Or the digit in the ones place is 0 and 5. So all numbers that ends with 0 and 5 are divisible by 5. Another divisibility is numbers that are divisible by 10. Okay, let's have 10. Of course, if we divide 10 by 10, that is 1. 40 divided by 10 is 4. 100 divided by 10 is 10. 120 divided by 10 is 12. Okay, look at our numbers. What have you observed? Yes, all of them ends with 0. 100, it ends with 2 zeros, but all of them ends with 0. So a number is divisible by 10 if the last digit of that number is 0, or the number on the ones place is 0. Okay, let's go to numbers that are divisible by 100. For example, 100, it will give us 1. 500 divided by 100 is 5. 800 divided by 8 or 100 is 8. And if we have 1,400 divided by 100, it will give us 14. Now look at our numbers. What have you observed? Yes, all of them ends with 2 zeros. Since 100 is a number that ends with 2 zeros, so the numbers also that are divisible by 100 should be ends with 2 zeros. So a number is divisible by 100 if the last two digits of that number are zeros. Okay, so those are the divisibility of 2, 5, 10, and 100. So let's practice. I have here some numbers: 26, 35, 90, and 125. Let's find out the divisible of these numbers. Okay, I have here some questions. Which numbers are divisible by 10? Can you find? What is the rule for divisible by 10? Yes, it should end with 0. So that is 90. How about question number 2 or the next question? Which numbers are divisible by 5? Remember, numbers that are divisible by 5 ends with 0 and 5. So we have three numbers that ends with 0 and 5. That is 35, 90, and 125. How about our last question? Which numbers here are divisible by 2 but not 10? Again, divisible by 2 but not 10. Remember, a number is divisible by 2 if it is an even number. We have two even numbers here. We have the 26 and 90. However, we are only looking for the divisible of 2 by 2 but not with 10. We have only one answer, so then that is 26, because 26 is not divisible by 10, only by 2. Okay, children, let's move on. Let's go to lesson 4, square numbers. What is a square number? Let's have this example. We have here 4 squares. We have 2 columns, 1, 2, and we have also 2 rows, 1, 2. So if we multiply the number of rows and the number of columns, we have 2 times 2, and this is equal to 4. So there are 4 squares. This number 4, children, is what we call a square number. A square number is the result if we multiply a number by itself. So if we have number 2, if we multiply it by itself, which is 2, it will give us 4. And 4 is a square number. I have here another square numbers. We have this example. Take a look. We have another, how many columns and rows? Yes, 3. So we have 3 columns and we have 3 rows. So if we multiply 3 times 3, it will give us 9. 9 is a square number. We have another, we have 4 times 4 is equal to 16. 16 is a square number. Another, we have 5 times 5, that is equal to 25. 25 is a square number. And we have here 6 times 6, and this is equal to 36. So number 9, number 16, 25, and 36 are what we call square numbers. So we can get the square numbers if we multiply a number by itself. So if we multiply 3 by 3, that is 9. If we multiply 4 by 4, 16. 5 by 5 is 25. And 6 by 6 is 36. Okay, children, how about number 1? Is number 1 a square number? Okay, I have here a table. Take a look. I have numbers from number 1 until 10. And we have here another column for the square and for the double. So remember, to find the square, we are going to find, or we are going to multiply the number by itself. How about finding the double? Okay, let's check first for number 1. The square of number 1 is, yes, it's 1. And the double is 2. So remember, if we multiply 1 by itself, the answer is 1. If we double 1, that is 2. How about number 2? What have you observed? The same number for the square and double, 4 and 4. How about number 3? We have 9 for the square and 6 for the double. How about number 4? Okay, we have the square is 16 and the double is 8. How about number 5? Yes, it's 25 for the square and for the double is 10. Okay, so children, try to complete this table until 10 and let's discuss your answers during our Zoom meeting. Okay, P5, that's all about divisibility rules and square numbers. I will discuss more about these lessons during our Zoom meeting. Thank you for watching and I hope that you learned a lot in this video. Always remember to stay safe and healthy. God bless everyone and have a great day.